Kenny FaceTimes Chuckster, who's on his way back from the golf course. You remember what he said about getting up, playing golf, coming back, doing all that stuff.
Yeah, he had to wear the attaboy hat because he came in last.
He's got a crown on, that says attaboy.
That's all right, Chuck. You got tomorrow. Don't come in last tomorrow. You got it. Y'all just let him do anything you want around here.
Oh, boy. Is that unbelievable?
Are we working tomorrow?
No,
listen.
we're not scheduled tomorrow.
Okay, I'm about to say, hell no. You want to come
Would have been another
Kenny, there's about to be some changes around.
It's going to be some changes, some repercussions.
About to be some changes around this bud.
Okay, all of that being said, this week in the NBA was all about the trade deadline. A lot of big names in the mix. Some moved, some didn't. Our old school correspondent, Scoop D'Agostino, gives us a recap in his own distinctive style.
Mr. and Mrs. North and South America and all the ships at sea, let's go to press. Well, dog my cats, the trade deadline is passed, and seemingly the only things not traded last week were, well, my dog and my cat. 28 trades involving 73 players. To catch you up, here are your deadline headlines. Trae Young and AD are in D.C. After Trae cacawed his way to the Capitol last month, Anthony Davis's 29-game tenure in the Lone Star State came to a merciful end. The Wizards have worked some sorcery in getting 2 All-Stars to join its young, rising whippersnappers. But wait, there's more. The Beard is now in the land, traded from Hollywood for Darius Garland. And Zubats brought the Clippers lots in return from Indiana, as Ivica will be catching alleys from Hallie next season. Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Jazz. That's quadruple J. For those of you scoring at home, a supersized front court now in Salt Lake. Kristaps Porzingis is no dingus as long as he can stay healthy. He gives the Warriors some much-needed size. And the Bulls made 7 trades, shipping Kobe to Charlotte, Io to Minnesota, Vooch to Beantown. If you're looking for a second-round pick, check the Windy City. The Bulls have all of them. Every single one. All this hopping and swapping, but the Grizz can't get rid of Morant, and Milwaukee couldn't pass the buck, as Giannis still calling the mean streets his home. As always, we're giving you the scoops on hoops right here on This Week in the NBA.
Matt D'Agostino getting it done as only Scoop can. So, as we review, look at the contenders and what they did. Kenny, what's the most compelling one to you when you look at that list?
Obviously, Cleveland, for me. Because James Harden, for Darius Garland, you know, obviously at this stage in his career, James is still possibly a more explosive scorer. And he's more durable, honestly, even later. But then we try to figure out what the Dennis Schroeder thing meant. Now, when Dennis Schroeder comes in the game, he could come in for either Harden or he could come in for Mitchell. So you put Dennis Schroeder at the point with Harden at the wing. Harden is a great catch-and-shoot guy. Dennis Schroeder is still, at this stage, a very productive downhill player, and he's a very effective guard. So all of a sudden, they went from having a nice little backcourt to having an explosive backcourt.
But my only concern with that backcourt is both guys are rhythm players. They use the dribble to get in rhythm before they take the shot. So if one has the ball and the other doesn't have the ball, that means somebody's going to be out of rhythm. I don't think I've ever seen Donovan not have the ball and then get it late shot clock and then shoot it.
But think about this, Shaq. Harden has played with Kyrie, KD.
And it didn't work.
Played Westbrook. They went to the finals.
It didn't work.
Chris Paul.
It didn't work.
Like, he's played with guys without the ball. Harden is used to playing without the ball, too.
I'm not talking about Harden. I'm talking about Donovan. Donovan is used to boom, 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 getting into a shot.
KD, those guys dribble more than KD, Kyrie.
I'm just anxious to see how
they dribble more than him.
I'm just curious to see how it's going to work out.
I think it gives them respect already, though, on the East Coast because the Pistons handle them, and I think they, you know, the last year has been a disappointment. So I think, you know, Shaq, they're just grasping for anything to hold on. Why you got shot blockers inside? Because how are they going to be on defense? But I don't know if any 2 guards can go get a 30-piece like both of these guys in any backcourt.
How about Vooch to the Celtics? Nikola Vucevic. Yeah.
It's going to be big next year because we still forget there is a guy named Jason Tatum. So here is, they put themselves in contention this year before Vucevic came to say, hey, we're still a really good, solid playoff team that could sting some people. Vucevic adds to that. But then if you have Jason Tatum, you're back to being a championship team, and all of those pieces that you left, from Jrue Holiday to Al Horford and Porzingis, they're all replaced right there with Vucevic.
I think it's an excellent move, and I think he's a better shooter than Al Horford. Al Horford saved them many a time, but Vucevic, I see anybody last name in what I see, I want him at the time.
And he itch.
When they itch, yes.
He's an itch.
So, you know, EJ, I know that we're talking about contenders, but Kenny just mentioned a move for next year, and one move for next year that I like is what Indiana did. I think Indiana getting that guy. I think Zubac to me has been one of the most underrated players in the league because all he does is just his job. It's not fancy, but comes off the pick and roll, get other guys involved. He'll dunk on you. He's efficient inside. And I think next year when they have their team back, Halliburton guys coming back, they're gonna. I think Caitlin Clark said championship next year or something like that, right?
And you know what I think? Nobody asked me, but you know what? May not be the biggest move of the trade deadline, but the best fit is Jose Alvarado going to the Garden. An energy guy like that who plays defense, gets crowds going, man. He is going to be in his element.
My guy. Congratulations,
with the New York Knicks. Chuckster on Monday. Maybe Chuckster on Sunday morning. He's the chief. Kenny the Jet Smith. And look who's sitting in for the Chuckster tonight. 5-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, Hall of Famer, one of my favorite guys, Chris Webber.
Our favorite guy. Good
to be back with you. And Shaq said he's going to give me that since I came back.
I'm glad you're back. And I hope, Chuck, if you're watching, I hope you never come back.
But my point is this, Ernie.
Yes.
No, forget all that.
No. How can you complain?
No. North Carolina Duke.
That good.
All right, good.
But my point is, how can you complain?
We're going to get into this here. Go ahead. You start. No, you start.
How can you complain about not being on television enough and then take a day off when we're on television?
Yeah. Like 2 weeks after 2 weeks saying 2 weeks after saying that.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
We don't work enough.
Right.
We're not on TV enough. They're not seeing us enough.
I got footage of Chuck partying.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. What he told Dan Lebitard compared to what he told me on our podcast, The Steam Room.
Oh, my.
Well, just roll it.
We only worked one day in December, Dan. That was Christmas Day. And we're only working one day in January, basically, and that's the 24th, and I think maybe whatever next Wednesday is. But I wish we had worked more. We've only been on ESPN, I think, 4 times in 3 months. I don't like that at all.
I have 12 of my friends. This will be year 28 or 29. We fly to Vegas on Friday. We play golf, gamble all night, get up and do it again Saturday, sleep in on Sunday, and then we get together around noon and start drinking, and then we go to this big party. There's probably 5,000 to 7,000 people in a room. They got any in the world you want. Everybody in the room is bet on the game.
So it'll probably end like this. So at least he has a good reason.
Time out, man.
See, Webb, at least he's got a good reason for not
this
being
is
here.
29 years in a row. You can't break this streak. See what, man? Come on, you can't break the streak, man.
Y'all gave him.
Yeah, Chuck, enjoy yourself.
I'm not even mad at Chuck. Y'all gave him off to go to Vegas for
To do that.
20 year now.
29 years in a row.
Wait till the excuse I have for not being here next. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait.
Basically, anything you can come up with.
You know what that remind me of? When the Bulls used to just let Rodman go to Vegas.
You did
right.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, go.
Go to Vegas, Dennis.
Come back for the big game.
See, we never had to worry about this in our previous life because we were never working.
But the
a
reason
weekend
he
like
is
this.
able to afford to gamble is because he has this job.
Oh, I know.
That's his lucky streak, 29 years in a row.
Man, have you ever heard anything like this,
Man, that's the
Man,
Chuck story.
y'all, oh my God. Man, listen, somebody got to have some backbone around here, and I'm the one. That's wrong.
All that
That's
being
crazy.
Said, all that being
That is
said, it is a
crazy.
delight to have Chris Webber.
And he had lunch, and I had dinner with him.
It's great to be here. Thanks, Chuck. 29 29, do 30. I'll be back next
See,
year.
I had dinner with him 2 nights ago in L.A. I was like thinking he's going to be flying back on the same flight as me.
No,
Oh, my
think
God.
again.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so let's talk about the Warriors and Lakers. What do you say? That's
okay,
one game
please.
tonight on ABC.
He ain't even
One
watching
game
us
tonight.
either.
And so you got a Golden State team, already Jimmy Butler out for the season. Steph Curry's knee is barking at him, so he won't play tonight. They've made a couple of moves at the trade deadline. Give me a State of the Warriors speech.
Yeah, they made a couple moves, but not impactful moves. So, they're still a okay team. I thought that they were going to make at least one last move to go for that one last run. I heard Draymond say, when they say, Draymond, what if you get traded? And his, response was, it's been one hell of a run. So, my thought process with this hell of a run, let's just go for it one more time. So they didn't make any moves. The Lakers.
They added Kristaps Porzingis, who will not play tonight.
Stop it, Ernie. Anyway, the Lakers. The Lakers are still up and down. I think they're in 6th or 7th in the West. So this should just be a game of, 2 okay teams going at it. When you talk to guys like me and Kenny and Chris, Chris the Hall of Famer. We want to focus on teams that want to win championships. Can they win championships? No, not either team, because they didn't make any impactful moves.
Austin Reeves, by the way, missed 19 straight games. In his second game back, went for 35 off the bench without Luka. Luka is out, as is Steph Curry tonight.
Yeah, and I was thinking about the Lakers, and I know they're struggling, but being that they're so good.
Porzingis. Go ahead.
Porzingis, well, hopefully he can play. Kerr said he's been looking for a player to stretch the floor and to block shots, so it seems like that's what.
Kenny Ernie was like, they added Christopher Porzingis.
They did. I mean,
Ernie, stop it.
I'm just saying, before folks think, well, they didn't do anything, they were in on Giannis, and that never happened. But Porzingis is the guy they added. Last 216 games, he's played in 116 of them.
You know what? I mean, I think overall we understood and understand what his value is, that all of the things at his size, he was the original freak, so to speak. There was the Greek freak, and you talk about.
He was a unicorn, man.
He was a unicorn. So he was the original guy that we said there was not many like. But his injuries have not allowed him to play up to his potential. I'm also happy for Jonathan Kuminga, because now he gets to write his story. Like before, it felt like Golden State was writing his story. We weren't sure, because when he was on the court, he was at times very productive. Now we can say, no, you know what? They were wrong. I should have been on the court. Or we're going to say, you know what? They saw something that we didn't, and Golden State might have been correct. So this is a pivotal part for his career.
Yeah, Steve Kerr has said he really hopes that Kuminga finds his way, and even said there are things I could have done better as far as that relationship goes with Kuminga. But sometimes, you walk into a new place, it can be night and day, or at least you would hope so in his case.
Yeah, because I wanted to see Kuminga play, but Kerr was telling when he said it's hard to have a player that can make mistakes while you're on a team that's trying to win. And so I kind of really understood that, saying we can't let him develop at the rate that he wants to develop, because we need different things from the win. But now, Kenny, he's going from a situation where I believe he should have been playing to now he might be the man on this team. And how do you react when you weren't playing and you go to being the guy on the team? So it's going to be some adjustment.
Fly like an eagle. I'll be happy as heck.
Ernie, the problem with us, I'm going to say us because we're all athletes, is a lot of us athletes think we can be the man. But, a lot of times you come into a situation. Listen, you're not going to be the man with Steph Curry on the team. You're not going to be the man with vocal Draymond on the team. So can he be the man here? And Chris and Kenny, is he that type of caliber player to be the man? I don't think he is. I think he's a great role player, but I don't think he can be the man.
You don't think he has the attitude, the mental?
There is a responsibility.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but I don't think he can. Because remember, you was the man, I was the man, Lakeem was the man. Can he be the man?
Well, Jalen Johnson is the man right now.
Jalen Johnson is he is the right now the best player, but Jonathan Kuminga could say equally in terms of talent. So what I understand, I remember an NBA player asked me, he's like, man, I'm not getting enough shots on this team. I'm like, you don't have the responsibility to be the guy. So what do you mean? That's the responsibility of, like, when things are going wrong, can you go to someone and pick them up? When things are going right, can you go chastise someone? Can you tell someone, no, they shouldn't have the ball? Are you going to be early to practice every day? Are you going to take the responsibility of the media to say when things are? You're not ready for that. You can't get more. My man, take your little 15 shots and be happy.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're getting 15, be happy with that.
15 shots, damn.
Lakers meantime.
He wanted